import my library again. So just confirm, because I have to rearrange the library. Just be comparing it with the one you have there. If there's any difference, you update. So the first one, import pandas as PD. Import numpy as NP. Import Seaborn as SNS. Import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. You have all this one, right? Then we import special function matplotlib inline. Did we imported this one? Check inline. So add that one. Okay. Yeah, percentage, yes, together, no space. Okay, so all library imported successfully. Now, let's call in our data. Let's say data 1 equals to pd dot read underscore csv. Let me call the name of the data from my home page. Which data should I work with here now? Okay, let me call this copy and then paste. Now I will run it. I did not call it because I want to call only the first 10 just to go ahead with the graph. Yes, put this one, yes. These are some things I found out that they change. That will later work. So now, I did not call the A1 because I'm not interested in seeing the entire data. I just want to call the first 10, use it for the graph, for example. So that I don't want to go through creating reports. So I will just use, which function we normally use to call the first, or to select the first 10 or the first 15. Remember the function. DA1 dot what? Head. So let's say I need the first 10. And this first 10, I'm going to be working with them. So let me take them and store them in a variable. So it becomes DA2 equals to, then let me call DA2. So I'm working with this. So let's assume that I want to plot CT against total from this selected data using Seaborn. We are using Seaborn library here. So remember that we have saved Seaborn as what? We have saved Seaborn as what? SNS, right? Good. So I will use that to call it SNS dot bar plots and leaves a bar chart. Then I'll define my S axis. The value that we display on the S axis equals to CT. CT should display CT. Then comma, the value that we display on the Y axis. Let's focus. The value that we display on the Y axis, we are plotting CT against total. I have total there. Follow the way it is. Now, comma, then data equals to. So this is where I'm calling the name of the data, where I am calling all these headers from. Data, which is DA what? DA2. DA2. So this should be able to give me the graph. Let's see. Good. So I have the graph here. I have the graph here. So let's quickly achieve this now, quickly, before we proceed. You can come and copy your code. You transfer your code. Oh yeah, let's get this quickly. Is that what you are doing now? Is it ready now? So let's do that. Let's do that. What is that syntax again? The one that call it for me. The one that we saw that we have a city summary against. Call me that syntax again. For that day we come. We try using it today. Did not work. Let me do that now. Because that is the main scenario where you are going to use it. Your reports is not to plot the data. The reports you generate is what we are supposed to visualize. So I think it was yes, that sub that gave us 2-column description. What is the syntax? DA2 dot group by bracket then by equals to selection bracket city, right? City then comma, right? Comma. Okay, both of them. Comma there. Total, this is how it is. Then dot. They are closing. here dot sum. Are you sure it's this one? Because I think we did double selection that time. Check here. This before this total now, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Come in, let me this total, okay. Is that victory? Because you said that's we should show that now. Okay, then dot sum now. You sure this is how it is? Okay, so let's store it in a valid variable in case you want to use it. The A3. This one. So maybe what we will have had here is, are you sure we have the two of them like this? This one is just like the one we had that the other time was not like this. This was like it's giving us group summary. What about if I remove this? Let me remove this total from here. This was not the one you gave us that day. Okay. Yeah, Abi. Because I know this was not the one like this. This was the one we want to plot. No, we are okay like this. We are okay like this. We have got to the header. Now let's say I want to plot this now, not that record that we put out. So let me just take the whole of this, not to waste my time. So here our s-axis remain what? This. And then the name of this data is the A3. I want to know whether it was even the record that city total. Let me check. Could not interpret what? Impute what? City. City. Impute city. Okay, so there was something we did the other time. When we concatenating, there are other options. Are you sure there's any error here? So this is the name of the data that produces it. This is the name of the data. I believe the error is in this particular script. Now let's do something. Let's select two different headings and concatenate them, or which other one that worked that time? Join, Abi. There are three methods the other time. So let me see. I want to do something. I want to know whether the fault is from that data structure. So if I just call the A3, and then call city. You can see that the problem is from that data structure because, okay, let me just try it on the read data set. I want to find, I believe it's from that report that error is coming from. I'm trying to debug now. Let me change it to DA. The original data set is for DA what? DA2, I mean, or DA1? The first one. Let's say I want to select this from see it now. You see where the error. So it's from that result that we are generating the structure. The same thing we did now. We store this inside this LT3. Let me try it on DA2. DA2. So let's say I'm calling a total in DA2. The DA2 that generated this graph. DA2, yes, DA2. Okay. So let's apply this one. Don't worry, I know what to do. We'll create another report. Let's just, okay. So the report is from that report. Let's just go with this one that's working first. We'll come back to it. Yeah, apply. I'm waiting for you. Have you generated that first graph? Yeah. Make sure you are copying them to your notes, to all this code that you are executing. Don't just leave them on the dashboard. You might need them. Yeah, once you confirm, let us know. Is it throwing error? Which? No, the name of your data set is what you work with now. Work with the name of your data set. Show you now. Okay, that first one. No, what you will have done is to call data head, call the first eight, so that the bars will not be too much. Out of this 1,000, that's the first thing we did. Call the name of this was head. You are the one that gave me the first 10. I mean, you apply it on the how? But it's not the same thing you are calculating. Because it's a entire data. Then you are already summarizing them according to. Oh, yeah, success. Train error. This is your dashboard, it's a code dashboard, right? Have you tried running it fresh up? Not run that. What's the name? let's say it's an attribute.
Alright, now we want to
Learn how to add other attributes to this.
let's assume that
You want this bar to be horizontal. Like this instead of what? Vertical. The only thing you need to do is to copy this code that generated the first one. You pay attention first. Then you paste. Then switch the put city here. As in put total here, then put city here. Try that now. Just swap their position to make it. Hello?
what's it doing? Let's say okay.
Say that one can't work for it. Let's hope that that one should stop it right now. So let's hope that that should be the remedy. So that yes. Alright. I did class.
Have you confirmed it?
Okay, so
So what did you observe now? What did you observe? If the value header comes first, when you are plotting bar, it will give you what?
horizontal. If the string header comes first, it will give you vertical bar.
Now, let's assume that we want to display more information about what this graph. We call that in a say, was it legend? That one that brought different color representing each bar. So let's say we want to add it here. We use an attribute called hue. So what we are going to do, we are going to add it to it. So after, let me just add it to,
Which one should I copy now? Let me copy this one. Let me copy this one. Paste. And then I will add the hue here. Comma. Then type hue. It's an attribute. Then
so meaning you have to pass the value. The value I'm passing in here is what? That is the whole of this graph will be summarized based on what? This city. So I'll pass in city. Meaning that it's going to list out what?
the three cities with different what? Color. See what it generated now. So this is just like the legend that gives a better interpretation. So if you are interpreting this graph now, you can easily know that okay, this is for what? Yagon, this is for what? Napite, and so on. So write and add now.
This is a line you are copying. Just copy and paste
The one you have, don't edit that one so that we can have all the work.
Yeah, issue, yes. So just to give us like a legend. Hmm? Yeah, because of the size of your screen, it's supposed to display at the top. Change this place to, do we have gender in this data? As it says, SE or gender if you gender. Okay, let me, so now look at another analysis. You can see that this view is very powerful. Now I change it to what? Gender. Meaning that the analysis now is that what? This is for what? Female. That's for each city now. Look at this here. Each city is giving us a breakdown of what? The female and what? Male. So we can change it from what was there. It's not compulsory to be the header that you use in putting that graph. Depending on what, how you want to summarize the graph with the available data. So we can also use payment method. Let's put payment there now. You see the way it will change it. Yeah. Another with one attribute. This is a variable, it's not array. You can only store one. But you can try it too. You'll be shocked that it work. I've not tried it like that before. Python is a funny language. You might add it now, it might work. So let's create for, change it to payment. Let's see how we can summarize it to payments. That place of gender, let's change it to payment. Let's see how it's going to summarize the data. Uh, payments. Payments. So payments. Okay. So payments has its own breakdown also. Now let's say I want to change the color. I don't want to use this set of color for the bars. Maybe I want to define my own color. Maybe this one will be red, this one will be blue. So let's add that color attributes. We duplicate it so that in case you want to write out, what you do is that in your notes you can just be writing the topic, how to add what? Color. Then you write the syntax we are using. So what I'm going to do here is to just space and call palette. Palette. All these are attributes. Palette. So there are some default color. If I say red now, for example, and run it, red, you could not see that red is not what a valid word palette, because when you are using palette, it means that you are using group of color, because it's not only one bar you have there. That's why you call palette. So you have to use a name that have been used to compose different set of colors, not one. So the name here, we can use winter, we can use rockets. So let me use rockets. These are like name of color palettes. Rockets. So try. No, I don't think. You want to work, have you? Is it my spelling of rocket that is bad or what? Please be confirming. Let me use winter. Winter. Okay, winter work. Then use spring. 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 This is spring. Just Now, all this I we are seeing, all this like this inside this bus, they are called error plots, which means that which is measuring the accuracy level. Accuracy level, just like confidence.
We are going to get to that. But before that, let's say we want to change the order.
The order you have right now is
What? Yangon first, followed by what? Napite, followed by what? Mandalay. I can say, okay, the order is I want to see Napite first, followed by Yangon, and then this. How do you change the order? Is the next thing we want to look at now. So let me just copy and add it to it.
so you just to add order attributes, comma, order attributes. Then I will select because I want to choose what
The item in that graph.
so because they are string, I have to put them in quotation. Let's say I want to see Mandalay first, follow the order. Mandalay, the comma, select Yangon, comma,
Then Napite.
Okay, so let me run it. So you can see the order have changed now based on how I selected them. And this order has even arranged them in ascending order.
For better interpretation. So implement. Yes, you have to list them now.
If you don't list, if you list only two, that means it will focus on those two first, then the other one will follow. Okay, let me try it now. Like what you said now. Let's say I did not mention Napite, right? Let's say, because I know what you're asking. So you can see it now. What happened? It removed that one. That one is not part of it. I could not find it. Okay, so what I